So, as some of you might have noticed from my channel updates, I am a cosplayer, and I quite enjoy it, but there's a few things, even though I've only just started, there are a few things that I've learned that I think are very important and that I wanted to bestow upon you. The first being, with your wig, when you get it, I would advise washing it right off the bat. Wigs seem to lose a lot of hairs as soon as you open them. And I didn't wash my Oscar wig when I went to Fan Expo. And the hairs were falling out all day, and they were getting in my eyes, and they're itchy and irritating, and it was really bothersome. So after I got back, I washed it, and a ton of the hairs came out, and then once it dried, I found that it actually had more volume after washing it than it did beforehand. It looked more like real hair. So I started to do this with all of my wigs. As soon as they came in the mail, I'd wash them. This got rid of all the stray hairs, and it gave them more volume, and sometimes the color changed after I washed them. I don't know if this had something to do with my hard water, or maybe I was doing something wrong, but if you encounter the same problem, it might be beneficial to wash ahead of time in case the wig slightly lightens or something. The next thing, still on the wig topic, has to do with your eyebrows. Depending on the character, this might not be necessary. Characters like Black Canary, who actually does wear a wig in continuity, you can leave your eyebrows their natural color and make it obvious that you're wearing a wig, since the character is in fact wearing a wig. But with other characters, like most anime characters, Asuka, Lina Lee, any character that has strange colored hair, but they're trying to play off that hair color as their natural color, their eyebrows are supposed to be the same color as their hair. I've discovered two methods of doing this. The one was just on a little makeup tips video that I unfortunately can't find, but it was just to put some liquid primer on your eyebrows and then to apply eyeshadow to them. And this works best if the character has dark colored hair, like a dark purple or a dark red, because a lighter colored hair, like a light blue, or even a bright colored one, like an orange or a green, the eyeshadow method is always going to look dark. But it works very well for the characters with darker, unusual hair colors. But it's hit and miss. What I've found, and it's the method that I've used in all of my Asuka photos so far, is to take hair gel and mix it with a thin acrylic paint. I picked both these up at the dollar store. And it will last you a long time because you do not need a lot of these. So you mix these together about equal parts, and then you use a toothbrush to apply them to your eyebrows. What you want in the toothbrush is for it to be flat, and this is actually a child's Spider-Man toothbrush, and I think it'll work better than the ones I've been using because the bristle amount is smaller, so I won't have to clean as much off my skin. I will post the link to the tutorial I found for this method in the comment box, so take a look for it there. Next, and this was one of the first problems I had with cosplaying, was false eyelashes. I really wanted to do false eyelashes for my Vaporeon cosplay, which was my very first costume I ever did. And I felt like I needed to do them because I had such bright colored eyeshadow that my eyes were very reduced. I wasn't able to get the false lashes on. They bothered me in the duct of my eye. So recently I found a set like this that comes with these little ones at the bottom that are just a couple false lashes to put at the corner. And then it also has these ones at the top which don't go all the way. In my recent Wa Lolita style Asuka cosplay, I took a pair like this and I cut them in half because you only really need the false lash on the corner of your eye. If you put your mascara on correctly and your eyeliner, you're not going to notice that it's only here. And it seems to me that the big problem with false lashes is when they're touching the skin in the corner of your eye. Another thing I found really helpful was I was never someone who wore a lot of makeup, and I never wore eyeliner, partly because I have a weird thing with closing my eyes. So I had a lot of trouble trying to get that big lash look that anime characters have. And I had a friend help me with some like liquid eyeliner for a couple of the costumes, which worked out really well, but I wanted a way to do it myself, or when she wasn't here. So I found this. It's eyeliner in a felt tip marker. It works insanely well. It's very easy to apply because it's just like drawing. You do have to press down for it to come out, and it's very natural to apply. Back on the wig topic, the first time I brushed through my wig, I used a regular hairbrush. Now, for some of you who are more experienced with cosplay, this is going to sound dumb to tell you this, but for the newer people, it's something you can look over. Get a comb like this. You want a big, wide tooth comb for dealing with your wigs. This way you do not pull out a lot of the hair from the wig, while you can still detangle it. I'd also suggest bringing a comb like this to the conventions if you're wearing a wig that falls quite low, because as it rubs against your body, it's going to get tangled and it's going to get frizzy, and if you don't brush it throughout the day, you are going to have a rat's nest when you come home that you have to deal with, and that is not fun. My final suggestion is to pick up a brush kit. Again, sounds silly, but this is coming from someone who didn't wear a lot of makeup. This will help you a lot to have different brushes for doing the makeup for your cosplays. Generally, even if you're downplaying the makeup, when you wear a costume, you are wearing more makeup than you would wear in everyday life. So having the variety of brushes to apply it properly is very important. So I'll probably have more tips for you at another time, but for now, that's all I can really share. It's my little bit of experience that I am bestowing onto you. Oh, how to stop it.